Hey, yo, what up? I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is Damn Internet, You Scary.
Woo!
Damn Internet, You Scared Them. Oh, fuck, I forgot how it went just that fast. Damn Internet,
You scary as hell.
Nah,
You should.
Damn Internet, you scary as a bitch.
Something about twist.
Damn Internet.
Well, you're not supposed to do the same song every time.
Oh, okay. I thought nobody would have done so.
Yeah, I was switching it up.
Okay, alright. Take two. We can just go come up with a damn internet.
Same thing.
Damn internet, scary as a bitch.
You literally remixed it.
Oh yeah, it was a little mix of it. We're still working it out, goddammit.
Damn internet, you scary.
No.
It was clean. It was clean.
Okay.
It was just a little clean. What up, guys? This is the second episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. We just talking general shit today.
Yeah, man.
Just general shit. I personally think the world is ending. Let's just start there.
Shit. It was hot.
That's why you think it's hot?
I mean, yeah. I mean, a couple weeks ago, it was a heat effect for 95 million people in the United States. A heat advisory.
What's a heat effect?
Well, a heat advisory warning, I should say, not a heat effect. Heat advisory warning for 95 million people, meaning that it was hotter than normal for that time of year for 95 million people in the United States.
And that's mostly in the South, I'm assuming.
Oh no, because it was that hot in when I was in DC. That was like toward the middle of July. Mm-hmm. It was like 104 with the heat index in DC, and just dry. And then we were in Texas the week before that, and it was like 106 with the heat index. And that was humid. It was completely different. Humid. Just shoot me in the face with a kryptonite bullet.
Imagine like Mississippi or something.
Nope, I don't want to.
Florida.
Don't like it. I don't want to do it. That's a different type of heat, man. It's like, why even take a shower? As soon as you get out the shower, you sweat.
It's like Arizona is kind of that bad too.
Yeah, but Arizona's a dry heat. And that's like take your they both have their own demons, but I would almost prefer a dry heat over the humid. Yeah, because you just sticky. It's nothing you can do. Your clothes are sticking to you. Dry heat, it's like it takes your breath away though. It's just like
worse.
Trying to breathe air from the oven. It's a good idea. I like it. I'm just tossing it up sometimes. That's all I can do.
I can't do it. Like I'm for sure that person who will just stay in the house.
Yeah, for sure. In Arizona, that's pretty common. Unless you have to go to work in the daytime, most people stay in the house around 6 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear it's like in the 90s at night.
Yeah. When I was to Vegas, me and my homies rented a house in Vegas and had a pool and all that. And even in the pool at 11 o'clock at night, it was 92 degrees.
In the pool?
The water wasn't, but outside it was 92 degrees, and the pool made no difference because it was like the pool felt like jacuzzi almost.
Ew.
Yeah. And walking the strip in Vegas is like one of the parts of the trip. Like you either walking the strip or you going to a pool party on the strip. Right. But you still like walking it. That's part of the Vegas experience. It was too hot. And it was one of my homeboys' first time in Vegas. Couldn't even walk the strip.
Taxi.
Just
you got to point to the stuff that you like. Yeah, that's Fat Tuesdays. That's love story.
From the inside of the
I turned this shit around. Last time I was in Vegas was for a wedding, and it was 1:14.
Yep.
And I was in the room the entire time.
Oh yeah, it's not fun, man.
I went down to the pool party just to see me and my brother, and everybody there was just like, yeah, this is fun, right? Like
that's that heat. That's that dry heat, man. You can't barely catch your breath, man. Nope. We kicked it one time in Vegas. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Pat may be the most interesting man in the world. Okay?
Yeah.
Like it was just random.
I don't even know what story you're talking about.
I think I was out there filming, and I messed around and saw that Pat was in there. He was like filming or Snapchatting that he was out there. So I was like, oh shit, where you at? Dropped the location. I went, I don't know how, but they the hotel, I think, was it the Link?
Yeah,
it was the Link. They hooked them up with a free cabana with like a $500 bar tab. It was random chicks just everywhere. They're filming. Yeah, it was a lot of booty everywhere. They were filming underwater, drinking. By the time I got there, all the drinks were gone. Only thing left was like half drinking waters and like one Red Bull. Yeah. And then I messed around and left my phone in the cabana.
I remember
and
that.
upon leaving, one of the guys in his crew took everything, including my phone. So I couldn't get in contact with them. I didn't know what room they were in.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I don't know how did that get settled?
I have no idea. It was a lot.
Very inconvenient time.
Oh my God, man. And then I finally made contact with Pat. I'm like, yo, I'm in the lobby waiting for you, man. He's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna come down. It took 45 minutes.
No, it didn't.
It did. Because I think you thought you were. I think you might have thought I wasn't there yet. He was like, you was gonna come down, but it took 45 minutes for Pat to come. So I'm just in the lobby looking like I'm casing a joint. Just like
good times. That's a fun day. That was a fun trip.
Oh, not for me. Not at the end.
I didn't know there was no drinks left. That's crazy.
It was nothing. I was sober as a bitch up in there.
You got the residuals.
Man, they was charging $12 for beers. $12
Vegas
for a Bud Lime. I was like, no,
Vegas is so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not for it.
I'd rather be sober than give in to their hooligans.
I pregame or I take it with me. Like I'll go to Vegas and already have my liquor with me, so wherever I'm staying,
where do you keep it?
Just keep it in your room.
Oh, okay. So I thought you meant like at the pool party.
Oh no, I just take a flask to the pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely take a flask.
I feel like you have a flask.
I have 6.
Really?
Yeah.
For different reasons?
Yeah. Different outfits.
Is it like they're different sizes?
Yeah, they're different sizes, different capacities. Some are all silver, some are gold, some are like what are those things? They have sayings on them and stuff like that. So yeah, different ones, man. Depending on how I'm feeling.
Oh, okay. It's like it's like right out of a speakeasy. I don't know. I picture you in a zoot suit.
But I mean, the gold one that I have is for my suits. So like, when I'm dressing up a little bit, I have the gold one, and it just kind of looks more classy.
Are there any that like fit in the hats?
Nah, but they got like the roll up flask.
I feel like I can see you doing that.
I do have a smaller one. I got one that's like this. Is literally like maybe 4 ounces. You can fit 4 ounces of alcohol in there.
You could probably just put it in the hair. And just, it's ridiculous, but you can do it.
You can fit it in your hair.
I don't need to hide it. I can probably just like, that'd be weird as hell to see like, yeah, girl, so what
that
are you
would
doing?
be the equivalent of somebody pulling it out of their bra. If you pull it out your hair, that's this right here. Yeah, these motherfuckers don't tell me a shot is $26.
I might start doing that. I might start keeping it and I'll just pull a different thing out every episode. It's like, today's
fucking sign your Bob over here.
It's a card.
Oh my God.
Was this your card? That's magic.
That would be hilarious.
So that's actually a perfect segue into the first story. Now this story is a little bit old. This broke at the end of last year. But it's so hot. Harvard scientists teamed up with Bill Gates. These niggas are really going to try to block the sun.
Why?
Doesn't that sound like a villain? Like
absolutely.
Some villainous stuff?
Absolutely.
It says it's totally real. This is geoengineering. It's a project to attempt to cool the Earth's overall temperature.
Okay.
The name of the project is called SCOPEX, or Stratospheric Controlled Perturbation. I don't know, science shit.
It's a 6-syllable word.
It only cost $3 million for the initial testing, so I guess it's not that expensive to block the entire sun. But yeah, it's pretty much they're not doing too well yet.
No.
But there's different concepts. So apparently they're gonna launch a maneuverable balloon into the stratosphere above the United States Southwest region. The balloon will then programmatically release calcium carbonate into the stratosphere. And the test might have already happened. It would probably be in spring, summer of this year. And yeah, scientists are basing the working concept on past volcanic eruptions that basically blew 20 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere, and that formed like a coating around the Earth.
Yeah. Okay.
And it kind of lowered our temperature.
Now I can see the possibilities of success for this and understand it, but I feel like, man, you trying to do that, it's like trying to play God, bro. Like,
God's gonna be like, oh,
you think you bad? How about this asteroid? Take it all out.
Asteroid, the homie.
Yeah, let's start over. Okay, y'all get too big for your britches. Okay, you didn't learn from the dinosaurs, huh? Okay, clean slate.
But couldn't you make the argument that it was us that got us here with all of our bullshit?
Absolutely, it was.
So wouldn't we just be reversing what we did as opposed to God?
I don't think that we can reverse. I like the fact that the summer was so hot, the fact that the polar caps are melting, the fact that like even this past summer, like this was the largest marine wash up of like animals. It wasn't just seals.
Hell of whales.
It was whales. It was seals. It was dolphins. This is the largest amount of those mammals that they've seen in years.
What's that from?
No one knows, man.
It's just
if I had to guess, I would just say climate change, man. I mean, unless there's some monster that's scaring them, they're like, "Fuck, we gotta go."
It's that big.
Yeah, because I mean, it's so much. What? It's like 78% of the ocean we haven't explored yet.
78?
It's something massive, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a massive amount.
Scary.
Yeah.
I've been pushing that swimming isn't fun anymore. You remember when you were a kid, swimming was fun? I don't think swimming's fun anymore, and I don't fuck with the ocean at all. I used to be fascinated with the ocean. Don't like it.
Yeah, when I did my first cruise ship, I was doing comedy on it. It's a daunting and humbling feeling when you see water in every direction.
That's terrifying.
Absolutely, man. Like it really makes you see how insignificant you are in the grand scheme of things. Like you are literally a molecule in this big planet, dog. Like water in every direction.
I need shore.
Like you don't even know which way to start swimming or getting a lifeboat and start paddling. It's just water in every direction, fam.
I specifically remember having a dream where I was just waiting. I was actually in the water and there was nothing on any side. And I was just like, if you can't even see any land, I think you're done. You can't swim that long. Like, man, you can't swim until something just appears. Like you're dead.
I'm calling Poseidon and Aquaman with all of me. I was like, somebody save me.
The craziest thing is all them niggas would be, well, not only don't exist, but you'd be yelling it into the air and they could, you'd have to like bubble it like, that's here.
It's Mike Harvey. You got a waterproof phone. It's just on the hold on. I was like, what?
That's why. That's literally one of my biggest fears.
Yeah, man.
I don't do that.
Cause I don't swim. I don't know how to swim. I just know how to not drown fast.
Just float.
I prolong the inevitable.
You just be like floating until somebody's a boat.
I doggy paddling, man. I just doggy paddle slow to reserve.
You don't know what's above
energy.
You, below you.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know.
I'm scared of whales. You ever seen a dude swim next to a whale or just like the shadow of a whale? Like I don't care if they don't kill people.
Yeah,
like, it's a monster.
It is very big.
It is a monster.
It is very big, man. So I'm not. You know, I ain't in a rush to get back on a cruise ship. I'm gonna be honest with you.
For real though. But I mean, in terms of this damn balloon, I don't know. I mean, if it lowers us down to a cool 60 degrees, I'm cool. I'm with it. But it just sounds like the beginning of a bad movie.
Yeah. And
I don't think it seems like it could end bad. Cause like, I mean, does it disintegrate? What if it falls on us?
I mean, if it goes over the atmosphere,
it would burn up.
It would burn up before it fell on us.
Okay.
But I'm just thinking of like all the effects that it could have, because when it happened with the volcano, it went up and it hit from inside of the atmosphere. So this is going up past the atmosphere. It's going to fall over the atmosphere. Is what I'm picturing. But like what if that has some counteractive effect on the atmosphere and actually weakens our atmosphere, and
it's going to have
conversely makes our atmosphere weaker, thus creating a hotter Earth.
Oh, so you think it can 100% not?
It could do a complete 180.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
I'm just wondering about what are these other things that it can affect, like just surrounding it being like blocking the sun. Like who knows what else? I don't even know the science.
Out that Bill Gates is really a villain. He's like, you'll never see the sun again.
Right? That's
unless you pay me. You're like, pay you? You're a fucking trillionaire, Bill Gates.
Right? Like these niggas have a subscription service for the sun. It's getting to that point. You gotta pay for everything.
Man.
You gotta do
$8.99 for the sun and air. You be like, come on, fam. Come on, fam.
The funniest part about this is like, you think it'd be a crazy, like, I don't know, intricate scientific thing, but it's like y'all blowing up a balloon and just like a little over to the left. What you guys think? Like, it just seems like like a non-science. Like that doesn't seem like what a scientist would pitch.
The most expensive thing has been them put too much air in the balloon and keep popping it.
Some petty aliens like
something with the chemical mech. Oh man!
You know how much money you gotta have to fund this thing? Like they literally probably just knocked on his door and was like,
"Hey, this is what we want to do." He just reached in his pocket and was like,
"The scientist gave that Twitter thing." It's like, yeah, I'll do it for sure. Take over the world's sun.
Yeah.
Then I mean, that's a big thing. Is like when you say it's a villain move, you can now that you're in control of that. Now you control Now you could like blackmail us for things.
Because there's no law set up for that.
That part.
Like a lot of things happen after something goes wrong. Like especially like in aviation, I was reading about how they don't make these new systems in place until something happens. Like the whole give the speech about the seatbelt and stuff. That didn't happen until planes were crashing and people weren't in the seatbelts and they're flying all over. So sometimes tragedy has to happen for rules to become installed. So it's like there's no rules for somebody charging for the sun.
For real, like you can't not do that.
Sheesh. I mean, you got the money to do it.
That's
a scary thought, guys.
Literally villains,
the world we live in.
That actually goes perfect into the next story, which is also white people tripping. Elon Musk. I actually look up to Elon Musk. He's super dope. He's like our Tony Stark. I heard that, there's parts of Tony Stark that were modeled after him. But I do believe now that he is tripping. He, I don't know what Tuesday this was, but basically this guy unwrapped new details on work that would allow humans to transmit data straight from their brains to their computers.
Oh yeah, that's that Bluetooth link thing.
The Neuralink. Neuralink. And he's trying to do this by the end of 2020. I don't like this at all.
You gotta admire a man with a plan, though.
What?
I just want him to finish a project before he starts a new one. Now, I feel like he needs some Adderall or something. No, because we were supposed to have like that super speed highway, the underground highway. We were supposed to have that like last year or at the top of this year. We still ain't got this, and he talking about a brain Bluetooth, bruh.
That's hilarious.
We need that highway, bruh. If you come to LA, don't. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't come to LA.
Please stop moving out here.
Stop, man. It's overcrowded. If I didn't have to be here,
too many.
I would not be here, bro. The traffic is so bad. It literally gives me anxiety thinking about where I need to go. And sometimes it's easier just to catch a lift because, like, on top of the driving, then there's parking when you get to certain places.
Parking. I just got my car towed from downtown. And I blame niggas that moved to LA. I know I ignored the signs, I ignored the meters. I ignored everything. I went to get my car towed. I was the only one in there that wasn't mad. I was just like, nigga, it is what it is.
I brought it on.
I did this. Everybody else was yelling and cussing people out. I was just like, fam, just
you be mad when they catch you, dog.
What's the price?
Yeah.
And they gave me a ticket. But that's never here nor there.
Yeah, they do that.
Too many niggas is here. I'm about to buy a horse.
Man.
I think that's my 2020 plan. I'm gonna buy a horse. I'm gonna give it some type of weather name because that seems like it works. Storm, lightning, rainy, and I'm just gonna go to all the places I need to do on horseback.
I'm gonna just sell my car and just use. I'm gonna get a subscription to all the scooters: Bird, Lime, Lyft. Scooter,
then you get
everything.
into what you were talking about last episode. All those prices on top of each other might equal a car.
Nah, man, a $275 car note on a mass to free subscriptions. Like, I'll just do that. Only thing is you can't get on the highway and you can't.
Yeah.
You can't ride with nobody, but meet me there, fam.
They should have. There's so many scooters. They should have like a little highway just for scooters.
Yeah.
Every time I'm on a scooter, I almost die.
Yeah.
Like we're just not ready.
That's why they're not on the highway.
Yeah. It's horrible sharing the road because they don't let you. The cops will harass you if you do that on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then if you're in the street, you almost get hit almost every time.
Ugh.
It's a lot.
Ugh.
But apparently with this Neuralink, humans will choose to embed these Neuralink wires into their brain. So they would have to have four small holes drilled into their head. Then the Neuralink will thread wires into the brain and patch the skull holes with a computer chip, which can connect wirelessly to an iPhone app.
Here's my thing. If a robot is doing it, then I'll trust it more than a human. Because human error will be the thing that kill you. But the only thing that scares me is like total mind control.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. If you introduce computers into you, you can be hacked.
Yeah.
And then what? Like, yo, I hate this. I hate this.
Then you're on YouTube masturbating into a tuba while listening to polka music. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, you're saying like that was what happened after the hack or before the hack?
That's what the hacker calls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were just doing that at all.
It's just on a Tuesday, but like that, then you just stop and like, oh, it should be more than nah.
Oh God.
That's the scary thought right there. That's why I've never done a hypnotist. Because like at one point I wanted to try doing a hypnotist to like motivate me to cut out certain foods in my diet and help me lose weight and stay focused. But I was like, what if they like do something to me and like anytime I hear a car horn, I get out and start Nina popping or doing a butterfly.
Nina pop?
Nina pop is like it's the same. What was that? Like Nina.
That's not the chicken. That's not the chicken head.
Nina pop and chicken head were very similar. It's like the
Who
butterfly
got away
and the
with
Tootsie Roll.
that? Who got away with
Same
that?
person that did the butterfly and the Tootsie Roll. It's the exact same dance. Just one is the opposite direction.
Damn.
This ain't the butterfly, it's the Tootsie Roll.
Ripping dances off. What's the opposite of the shoot? The reload. It's gonna be like, like Patrick's a genius.
Reload.
He's a rhythm genius.
Reload.
Instead of the whip, it's gonna be like the reverse. Yeah. I could probably get away with that.
It's a workout.
That's the what's the opposite of whip? The impound? The repo? Yeah.
Oh God.
You know what the craziest thing about this Elon Musk thing is? When I was a kid, and to this day I have no idea who this dude was or why he told us this, I went to a basketball camp at UCLA, and one of the coaches apparently used to work for the CIA. He sat us all down. I don't even know what part of the basketball schedule this was. He sat us down and he said, in the future, there's going to be a chip that's in your brain and your finger. It's going to replace credit cards, it's going to replace cash, and it is, do not get it, it's the mark of the beast.
So I heard the same thing with the scan bar. I heard that it was going to be...
Really? A scan bar?
Yeah, a chip on the scan bar that has all your information on there, like accounts and all of that, and that's how you will pay for everything like that. Either the scan bar or the chip.
I feel like an item, like, beep,
yeah,
Patrick.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy that it's being connected to biblical stuff. Like, they're saying that is
the
what
mark of the
devil is. That is the mark of the beast. That's going to be the downfall. And I feel like it's going to get to a point where it's not going to be a choice. It's going to be mandatory.
Yeah. That really be scary. And I mean, we're not far from that technology-wise, and we're also not far from it upon the government imposing things upon us that we don't want to do. Like even a couple months ago, we were talking about how they passed all of these bills against abortion in the South.
And I did not think that would ever happen.
Bro, like that's not y'all body. And all of these were men passing these laws. Like, bro, what do y'all?
Man.
The worst.
The worst.
Old, outdated thinking is the worst thing that can happen in a new world. Like, it's just it's outdated, bro. Like you can't apply the same rules when technology has changed so much. And if we're going to be a more conscious civilization, you have to take those things into consideration. Just applying a blanket statement or a blanket set of rules for everybody is not fair, and it's the most un-American thing that you can do.
I don't get it. Like, how are women not in charge of that decision?
At least somebody with an ovary. Just one ovary, so you'll know. I be seeing people like women be tapped out during their period, and they do this every month. Like some women have to take off work.
I can't believe that.
And for a man to say, "Oh, I know what's best for your body,"
I still can't believe periods. To be honest, I'd be like, what? Every month?
Every month, bro. And there are people who have to have surgery just to get the ovaries taken out and everything because the cramps are so intense. Like,
are you serious?
Yeah.
It's so painful that they don't even want kids?
No, man. No,
wow. The fact that there's no...
That hysterectomy.
There's no, things within the job for these women to take off. Or at least have, a half day or something. Because it's like that... It makes no sense. I don't want to do anything when I have a cold.
Yeah.
I am a wimp when it comes to health.
And that ain't even every month. That might be once or twice a year.
Fam. And I don't want to do anything. So it's like the fact that what is it, like headache, cramp, swollen feet?
Sometimes
like,
nauseous.
Nausea
Yeah, everything, man.
That's crazy. And they just in there like, yeah.
That's why women are the dopest, man. I will always take my hat off to women. Y'all are the absolute dopest for everything that y'all do. I appreciate y'all so much.
My dread hat on. It looked weird in the mirror.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
All right, so now we have come to the final segment. Again, these are little bite-sized episodes. He just got excited by bite-sized.
I just thought about that.
So this is I guess we should change the name for legal purposes. This is the Conspiracy Castle.
What was one? The Conspiracy Theory?
Corner.
Oh yeah, this one is the Conspiracy 90-degree point.
The conspiracy
corner
area. This is the conspiracy part. This is the conspiracy.
This is where the walls meet and we talk about conspiracies.
This is the corner of conspiracies.
It's the avenue of corner and conspiracy.
Conspiracy Avenue. We'll go with that. We'll change it up every time. We'll land on something. We'll give you guys something to talk about in the comments. This one is pretty creepy actually. So, have you ever heard of the Zodiac Killer?
Yeah, they did a whole movie about that.
Mm-hmm.
That was one they never caught, right?
Yeah, never caught him. He always left like sort of like cryptic messages. I think he sent letters to the police station explaining like who he was and all that stuff. But you basically had to crack the code, right? And they never did. So
you just Sherlock Holmes for that one.
For real. I'm trying to find it.
Either that or Tom Hanks.
Okay, so there's this guy named Joseph Mengele. I think that's what he's how you pronounce his name. But so this guy was a scientist in the Holocaust. So he was on the German side. So he's been a supervillain.
Yeah.
Experimenting on humans, all this stuff. Supposedly he died. And that was the end of it. But people have apparently seen sightings of him since. And the conspiracy is that not only was this guy, he's still alive as a fucking Nazi war criminal, the CIA kept him, and he was actually not only the Zodiac Killer, but he was also the Boston Strangler and the Anthrax Mailer of 2001. Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
So there a lot of people think that this was all three of these killers who were never caught were all this dude. And
you have to be a psychopath to have that many personalities to create that many different killers.
He was a Nazi experimenting on people. So
Touché.
That's why a lot of people were just like, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So yeah, it basically insinuates that this guy, aka the Auschwitz doctor, behind a whole bunch of terrible Nazi experiments.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
He didn't die as a refugee in Argentina, like people say. But he lived a long life as a CIA employee. And people are even saying that he could have been kept alive and healthy that long due to cannibalism. There's a lot of conspiracies, especially I think the Queen of England or somebody, like there's somebody in royalty in overseas that's like 90-something years old and just still like in power, great shape.
Wait,
and
cannibalism?
People are saying that cannibalism, and you hear almost like leaks of that in pop culture. They say that like certain people eat fetuses or like because stem cells regenerate you. So people are saying that these people in high power use cannibalism and
why not just make some stem cell jelly beans? Why I gotta have it in the form of a heart or a fetus?
I don't know, maybe they do. Like maybe there's like the same way that they use placentas and all this weird shit with it. Maybe there's like, some
make my shit in the gummy form.
Fetus lasagna or something like that.
No, flag on the fucking plate.
Oh, but jellyfish was cool.
No, I said jelly beans.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Nobody wants to eat a fucking fetus over jelly beans. Give me the jelly beans. Did you see Book of Eli? You see what happens when you eat too much human flesh? You talking about people shaking?
No. Is that the Denzel movie?
Yeah, the Denzel movie.
With the book?
With the book. Oh, shut the fuck up. No. I walked right into that one. Face first. Glass door.
I never saw it. Was it a good movie?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
I didn't know how I felt about Denzel Washington as like a Blade.
Nah, he was good. Did you see Equalizer? Did you see him in Equalizer?
Was that with Bruce Willis?
Nah, Equalizer was the one like he was like.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, fuck! The first one was fire.
I don't be seeing movies.
You don't.
You should give me a recommendation every.
I will do that.
I'm gonna see Book of Eli and come back with a Book of Eli joke.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix right now. It is. It's on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah, check that out, man.
I'm gonna watch that today, actually.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Why not? Why not? But yeah, you know, the theory is actually a little bit dumb. It's a little theory. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. But there have been a bunch of ones like this. Like, you know, they say that the original Jack the Ripper, who I guess was the first serial killer, is still kind of around and stabbing people still.
I don't see how people be living, like, they expect people living that long, like, and even passing it down. Like, you pass down family heirlooms and rituals, but like, who's sitting somebody down like, listen, I've killed over 600 people, and I want to tell you how, because I want you to keep the family name strong. Right?
I think that's a thing with killers.
Really?
I think they want to, a part of them wants to get caught for the recognition.
Yeah, they say that about serial killers. A part of them want to get caught.
And I think that's also why, the other thing I never understood was, you know how people like, confess to it and they didn't do it?
Yeah.
And they're in jail like as a copycat just for some type of notoriety?
That notoriety that acclaim, I guess.
You didn't even kill him? You just wanted to be known as the Strangler? Like, yeah, that was me. It's like, it wasn't.
It wasn't. And they wanted it until they get in jail and they have to be a popular gin pop. And they realize that niggas really taking people booty holes out here. I just thought it was going to be
myself in this.
Yeah.
I killed no one.
I killed no one. Worked at the post office for 46 years. My wife's name was Beverly.
You know, I don't think serial killers get raped in jail, because I think that if you're a serial killer, aren't you put in the fucking Hannibal Lecter mask and like
it depends
by yourself?
It depends on like, I guess, the severity of the crimes. Because if you were like a serial killer, you just like stab people, I think you could still be put in general pop. But if you're a serial killer and you were like, you know, defacing your victims and skinning them and like just completely mutilating them,
you ain't on the yard.
You're probably on
Working
lockdown
out and shit.
Yeah, when you're locked down, that's 23 hours a day. You only get 1 hour out for either rec or like shower. And they don't even get to shower every day. They get to shower maybe like twice a week or something like that. So it's crazy, man. I hated working in the jail.
Well, if anybody deserved to be in jail, it was this nigga, Dr. Joseph Mengele. You see, he was someone took a photo of him in 2001, and he doesn't look like was born in 1911 or whatever the hell it was.
He looks like he's missing a neck. I should know because I just found mine. I do. Yeah.
You kinda?
I bought some ties recently. A couple scarves.
What? I just picture you going to sleep with one of those like neck braces or something. It'll stretch something. It'll stretch.
I got the Chinese finger trap. They got one for the neck.
You can't turn around and be like, "What'd you say?"
You like,
you gotta turn like Batman.
You crazy as hell, boy. You crazy as hell.
This nigga needs that for sure.
Absolutely.
Look, this nigga was pictured at a November 2001 Brotherhood of Aryan Nations / KKK Bush fundraiser in Florida. Of course, Florida would host that. He had a trademark Zodiac Killer hooded robe and wristwatch, and he had anthrax sores on his hand.
That anthrax thing was scary as hell, but it also helped me with my bills because I wasn't opening nothing.
Hilarious.
People were like, "Did you receive our third letter?" Like, bitch, I ain't opening no mail right now.
If the anthrax story wasn't so outdated, that'd be a great joke on stage. That's nuts.
Niggas sitting around sending cocaine in packages. I can't take no chances to open this shit. I gotta take a pee test tomorrow.
I remember being freaked out by that.
Yeah, man, everybody was.
I never got mail, so I was like a kid.
I didn't get a lot. I mean, I was about to graduate high school in 2001, so you know.
Imagine if Amazon scare though. That would have everybody up in arms.
You see that blue tape for Amazon, you rip it right into that box right there. But that is a scary thought when people start doing shit with Amazon boxes.
Yeah, I hope no crazy people are getting ideas from
fuck.
this.
Why did you say shit?
Amazon?
That's what. Here's the thing, though. I will never open a box unless I know I paid for it. If I see a random box now and I go on my app, like I ain't order shit, family ain't order shit. Okay, cool.
So you might be, what, you think it might be a bomb or something?
I never know, man. This guy, I remember this dude sent me a package. He owns his hair company, and he sent me a package full of stuff, and I didn't remember talking to him. So I went to the company's Instagram page. I'm like, yo, I received a package from you guys, trying to figure out how you got my email, how you got my address. It was like, you gave it to him. I was like, I don't give you nothing. It's like, we talked about it. I was like, we didn't talk about nothing, because this is the entire thread. But I had talked to the owner on his direct page and forgot. Because it had been like 2 months. And, you know, people hit me up all the time, like, can I send you something? So I had forgot. I was ready to square. Hey, bro, where you at?
That might be some of the most embarrassing moments.
I had
been real hard for something, and then they just be like, no, you did. And you're like,
yeah. And he said,
okay.
Like, go to this page. I went to that page and saw it. I had to send him a video message. Hey, man, listen, I just want to apologize for stuff I said about your mother and kids.
What? You took it there?
I go off. You know I go to 0 to 1,000. How do y'all will eat your kids in front of you?
Why'd you? For an Amazon package?
Hey, man.
How did it get there?
I don't know how he had my address. I didn't like that.
Where does kids come from?
Hey, man. You got kids? I'll eat your kids. I heard Mike Tyson say that to somebody.
I'll eat your kids. That's a threat.
Yeah.
That is a threat.
That is, man.
You should probably chill out on that kind of shit. It was just Amazon. Like, you know, white people don't play that threat. Was that a threat? I think that's the scariest thing.
Nah. Kids is fine. If I would have threatened a dog and it was a white person, then I would have been locked up. I'd be doing this podcast from inside the jail.
I just got your phone. Hey, we talking about Patrick Cloud? You wait a second.
Hey.
And I'm Tahir Morris.
Is this thing on? So Tahir, how did you get that phone in there?
Our beats ain't linked up when we singing.
I gotta go. They said lights out, man. Y'all be easy.
Well, it's locked down, so it's been another episode of Damn Internet You Scary.
That's all bad.
But that was Conspiracy Avenue. The thought that this guy could have gone from we're working on it. The thought that this guy could have gone from the Holocaust to 3 other American history these tragedies. Like this guy might be Satan.
Yeah.
It might be Satan.
He's an offspring of Satan.
I mean, shit, he looks like it. But that old white villainous look, he's sitting at the table like this. He don't want no problems with niggas like that.
Hello, I kill for a living.
It might have been
and
how
I
he
would like
talks.
a Pinot Noir. Like, sir, I just
Pinot Noir.
just said good evening.
But we'd like to thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of Damn Internet You Scary. Hit us up. We're probably going to be dropping extra episodes on the Patreon, so check that out. Check out our YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us on everything. This has been another episode. I'm Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Tahir Moore. We'll see you next week. Holla.
Yeah.